Administration was politically hostage. Beneficiaries used to looting. Commenced chief to committee to enact white paper. Police reform impossible without political will, feels Sarfaraj the commission to recommend amendment of law. Mirza Fakhrul urges immediate election after EC reform. 7 BNP lawyers free from charges of contempt of court. Hello and welcome to the News 24 English Bulletin. This is Sarah Mehzabin. Those were Bashundhara headlines. Now the details. Senior officials reported to the White Paper Formulation Committee that past administrations were politically influenced. Committee head Dr. Debopriyo Bhattacharya, speaking after a Sunday meeting at Dhaka's Planning Commission, highlighted corruption enabled by collusion among political leaders, business figures and certain officials. Dr. Bhattacharya expressed hope that officials would work with integrity in the future, stressing the need for transparency in development projects to prevent further exploitation. The Police Reform Commission plans to suggest legal changes to prevent political influence over law enforcement, said Commission head Sarfaraj Hussain. He has stressed that reforms require political will and reduced corruption for a people-friendly police force. The Commission recommends annual asset disclosures by police and their families, revising the Cybersecurity Act to curb misuse, balancing police powers and increasing female police representation to 12%. Cabinet Secretary Dr. Sheikh Abdul Rashid stated that the search committee will recommend honest, skilled and fearless individuals for the Election Commission. As per the official directive, the committee will submit its recommendations to the President within 15 working days of formation. Based on these suggestions, the President will decide when the Election Commission will be established to ensure fair and transparent elections. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir urged vigilance against the resurgence of fascism, which he said fell due to student public movements. Speaking on Sunday after paying tribute at Ziaur Rahman's grave in Dhaka's Chandrima Uddan with New Chattogram Mayor Dr. Shahadat Hussain, Fakhrul expressed hopes for a free, fair election to uphold democracy. He also thanked the interim government for supporting Shahadat's legal victory. Despite a presidential pardon offer, BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia wishes to resolve her corruption case through legal proceedings. BNP lawyers sought a hearing for the appeal in the Zia Charitable Trust case. On Sunday, the High Court approved her request to prepare the necessary paperwork at her own expense. Khaleda, sentenced to 7 years in 2018, aims for a lawful end to the case without clemency. The Appellate Division has dismissed contempt charges against 7 top BNP lawyers involved in protests against 2 judges. Chief Justice Said Rifat Ahmed led the bench that issued the ruling on Sunday. The court also fined Nazmul Huda, the petitioner against the lawyers, 1 lakh taka for his absence. The protest arose from remarks made at a discussion on August 15, highlighting judges as politically sewn in figures under the Constitution. The Democracy Council organized a human chain demanding justice for former MP and BNP leader Nasiruddin Ahmed Pinto on Sunday outside the National Press Club. They called for the punishment of all murderers, including Taimur Alam Khondokar, alleged accomplice of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in student movement killings. Pinto, a former BNP organizing secretary, was reportedly murdered while imprisoned in Rajshahi, according to his family and party officials. We'll be back after a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You are watching News 24 English Bulletin. Newly sworn in Chattogram Mayor Dr. Shahadat Hussain expressed his commitment to prioritize resolving the city's drainage problems following his oath-taking at the Secretariat. Dr. Hussain, a prominent BNP politician, aims to win the hearts of Chattogram residents. Meanwhile, local government advisor A.F. Hassan Arif announced plans to appoint administrators in all city corporations to boost urban development. The government will establish a 17-member committee to assist the mayor in the absence of councillors. Doubts have emerged within political circles regarding the motivations of protesters demanding the removal of President Mohammad Shahabuddin. Despite pressing issues like law and order and rising commodity prices, some leaders suggested alternative motives behind this demand. During a recent BNP meeting, members decided to maintain their stance against the president's removal, warning of potential constitutional crisis and political instability. Meanwhile, student leaders from the anti-discrimination movement continue discussions with political parties on the issue. 13 officials of the University Grants Commission UGC remain in their positions despite facing charges in ongoing cases related to alleged abuse of power and interference in institutional functions. UGC chairman has stated that they cannot act until police investigations are complete. Meanwhile, the investigation into a case filed by a student named Shipu, who suffered injuries during a July uprising, has seen no arrest among the accused UGC officials, raising public frustration over the lack of accountability. Adani Power has warned Bangladesh of a complete suspension of power supply by November 7th if overdue payments of around $850 million are not cleared, according to a report by Times of India. After missing an earlier deadline on October 31st, the Bangladesh Power Development Board (BPDB) attempted to secure a $170 million letter of credit through Krishi Bank, but it did not meet the terms stipulated in their power purchase agreement. The payment delay has already led Adani Power Jharkhand to reduce its electricity supply to Bangladesh from October 31st. Jail Killing Day is being observed across the country on Sunday, marking the assassination of 4 prominent Awami League leaders in prison. On this day in 1975, 4 key organizers of the Liberation War, Sayyid Nazrul Islam, Tajuddin Ahmed, AHM Kamaruzzaman, and Captain M. Mansur Ali were brutally murdered at Dhaka Central Jail. The nation is commemorating this dark chapter in its history by paying tribute to these 4 leaders. Various political parties and organizations throughout the country are observing this solemn day. That's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.